So let's go to the last game of the weekend. This is a weird one, right?
Yes, it is.
This line gives me the creeps because the last time these two teams played, according to all the advanced stats, it was the most lopsided game of the NFL season.
It was a bloodbath. Yeah.
And we're talking Saints at Bucs. And given
Bucs
that
at Saints.
I'm sorry, Bucs at
Which
Saints.
makes it even worse.
Yeah. So given how lopsided the last game was, given that New Orleans is 2-0 against Tampa Bay this year, what do you think the line would be there, Steve?
Probably like Saints -4.5 or something. I wish it was because I'm taking the Bucs either way.
Yeah.
Which is so dumb, but I think they're at -3 or +3 now. Yeah, I'm going to take the Bucs at +3. Which is a mistake. I already know it's a mistake.
Yeah, I do now know what's going on in this line. I saw the Saints manhandle this team twice. And just because of the line, just because of the price offered by a sports book, I'm able to disregard 120 minutes of.
Yeah, I know, right? They know something we don't, obviously.
Yeah, so that's a crazy one. The quarterbacks are old as hell. Weather won't be a factor. Yep. So what do you like in this one?
Here's the thing. Tom Brady he's known as the greatest of all time because of how good he is in the playoffs. I didn't take any Tom Brady props, but I am taking Mike Evans anytime touchdown +145. I think he has on the Bucs the highest chance of scoring a passing touchdown. And with Ronald Jones being still kind of injured, Leonard Fournette not being a great running back, they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. They're also probably going to be in a close game, possibly down, so they're going to be throwing it. Evans had 9 touchdown catches from inside the red zone this season. That's the 4th most in the league. He had 13 touchdowns just altogether this season, which is a career high for him. He's huge. He's an enormous man. They're going to use him in the red zone. He's feeling 100%. He just came out and said today that his injury, he's feeling good. And yeah, you're getting decent juice on this, +145 from just a score touchdown.
Plus, they never use Chris Godwin in the red zone anyway. So all those first reads are going straight to Mike Evans.
Oh, yeah, you're going to see some fades in the corner to Evans.
Yeah, I like this pick. Mike Evans is kind of the heartbeat of this team, and he's a great red zone option. They've been going a little bit to Antonio Brown down there, so I was eyeing that. But I'm going to support this here. It's a heavyweight bout.
Yeah.
Mike Evans is going to be there. Tom Brady's going to be going to him. Yeah, I love this.
Yeah. This is a weird game, though.
So weird. All bets are off. I might tease the Bucs with the Browns in the previous game. Get the Browns to 16. Get the Bucs to +9.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's going to be a lot of teasing this week. Okay, so this line moved from the time I wrote it down last night to when I emailed it to Sam this morning. It's kind of a combo line, and it's a QB line total double. It's a parlay of Brady by over 33.5 yards over Breeze, and the total for them both to be over 583.
That's the part that might not hit. I can see Brady scorching Breeze. 583 would be you need Brady to throw for 310 and Breeze to throw for 275.
Yeah.
Is that the math?
And I'm not worried about the Brady outpacing Breeze element because other people throw the ball in the Saints offense. So I feel good about that. But Brady has been on a tear. They are throwing the ball aggressively downfield. No matter how this game goes, I see Tom Brady getting over 300 yards. And I like this particular bet because it pays out +300.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
So there's good odds on this one. So this being such a weird game, I picked some weirder props than normal this week.
I like that. I was looking at Brady stuff, at Brady props. The last 2 times he played the Saints this year, I think he only threw for average of 250 yards per game. It's just a weird, like divisional games also are just very bizarre. Like the way that Rams Seahawks game played out last week. It's like, what was that? So yeah, but that's a fun one. And the fact that Juice is plus 300, can't go wrong.
No, I love it. So I guess that'll be my Saints bet because my other bet is for Buccaneers. So I guess do your Saints bet if you would.
Right. This is pretty chalk. Like this is pretty much, I think this is going to be a pretty public bet. Michael Thomas over 6.5 receptions. They're going to use, he's back. Like he's healthy. We saw this week he was catching some balls. I think they're going to use him a lot more this week. It's going to be a high scoring game, according to Vegas. Drew Brees is going to have to pass the ball. I know that they have had a lot of luck running. Bucs rush defense is very good. And yeah, it's sometimes easy to forget when players come back from a long injury or had weird seasons that like Michael Thomas is arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL. Like at the beginning of the year, he was the odds-on favorite for most receptions, most receiving yards. Like he was like a potential offensive player of the year candidate. He just had a really weird injury-stricken season. So now that he's healthy, getting him at a number at 6.5 for receptions, I like it.
Yeah, and you have to love it because you saw them kind of wait on him during the end of the regular season, and they really incorporated him last week. He was awesome against the Bears. I think he has a slightly easier cornerback matchup this week. Yep. And yeah, we need Michael Thomas in this game before the Saints.
Yeah.
They have so much at stake right here. The Bucs they don't have much to play for. The Saints, it's just like after blowing so many postseason games in the postseason, I mean, you got to be cursed.
Yeah. Yeah. Very true. Man, remember when the Rams allegedly had a pass interference call against them?
No, they didn't. The refs didn't call it, and you went to the Super Bowl and you got to walk out alone but safely. That's
also another stat that supports this. This is another weird stat that I found. The Bucs have allowed the 5th most receptions to wide receivers this season. They give up a lot of receptions.
Yeah, and their pass defense isn't ranked in the top half of the NFL. Maybe that's because they're playing from in front a lot of time. Right. There's no garbage time. But if we're going to support Mike Evans, we might as well just stick with our story. The stud receivers are showing up and back Michael Thomas here.
Yeah, all this leads me to believe that this game will go over. So maybe I'll take the over instead of blindly taking the Bucs at +3.
I mean, the handle splits on the over-under this week are wild.
Is it all over on every game, basically?
Yeah, people are pounding the overs across the board.
Yep.
Except maybe the Rams game. People are smart enough to stay away there.
Yeah.
And, okay, Sam, I got one more wager here. Then you can come ahead with that. So mine is for the Bucs, away team, first touchdown scorer, Leonard Fournette, plus 340.
Okay. Do you know if Ronald Jones is back?
Here's the deal. It's not related to Ronald Jones. It's related to how you motivate groups of people in human perception. So we saw the Saints dismantle the Bucs in week 1. We saw them just run up early and take the running game out of it on a Sunday night football game. What's the one thing the Bucs can do that's different this week? It's pounding Leonard Fournette. Last week they showed me they were willing to do it. So if you need it to be different than the last 2 times you played these guys, use the thing that's different. Leonard Fournette first touchdown sets the tone for the Bucs, changing the outcome.
Great. You simply can't argue with that logic.
Plus 3-4. I mean, it's really hard to forecast here. This game gives me the willies. Anything could happen.
That's very true. Anything could happen.
Yeah. So, I mean, sometimes if you just want something to go a certain way, Leonard Fournette will just be like, yeah, they might have been able to guard us early in the season when we had Gronk and Mike Evans, but they haven't been able to guard Fournette. And yes, I am aware that Antonio Brown also fits this logic perfectly.
Yeah.